Good evening, everyone. My name is Muhomuza Daniel Ngambeki, and today I'm going to make a video report about a criminal case of Uganda versus Abdullah Nabir. In this case, I'll first begin with the introduction of the case. The case of Uganda versus Abdullah Nabil of Uganda High Court Criminal Division, criminal case number 69 of 2016. This case presents a crucial decision in the offense of aggravated defilement, particularly involving persons in the positions of authority. Heard before the High Court of Uganda at Arua by Honorable Justice Stephen Mobiro. This case simplifies how circumstantial evidence and legal interpretation of authority play a vital role in securing conviction for sexual offences under Ugandan criminal law. So I'm going to be presenting this case in a FILAC method, where F stands for the facts, and I stands for the legal issues that were raised in this case. L stands for the application. L stands for the law that was applied. A stands for the analysis stroke application, and finally the conclusion. So from there, I will dive into the facts. So under the facts, the accused Abdallah Nabil Salam was a former primary school teacher at Nyakairuka Primary School in Maracha district. On the 29th of December 2014, it was alleged that he had unlawful sexual intercourse with one of his former pupils, Angelica, who was under the age of 18 at the time. In April 2015, the girl dropped out of school, becoming pregnant, and went missing for several months. She was later located at Maracha Hospital, visibly pregnant, and eventually gave birth to a baby girl on the 9th of October 2015. Multiple witnesses, including the victim's parents and police officer, testified that the victim had identified the accused as the person responsible for her pregnancy. So from there, I'll straight away go to the issues that were raised in this case. Number one, the issue was whether the victim was below the age of 18 years at the time of the offense. Number two, whether the sexual act was performed on the victim. Number three, whether the accused was a person in authority over the victim. And finally, our issue number four, whether it was the accused who committed the sexual act. So from there, I'll go straight to the law that was applied in this case. The accused was charged with aggravated defilement, and that is under the sections of 116, subsection 3, and subsection 4, clause C of the Penal Code Act, Cap 128. Slightly under this section, specifically section 116, subsection 4, clause C, further elevates defilement to an aggravated offense, and when it is committed by a person in authority over the child, the maximum penalty for it is death. So from there, I'll go straight to the application of the law, or the analysis, or how the law was applied in this case. So beginning with our first issue, whether the victim was under the age of 18 years at the time of the offense. Here, although the victim did not testify, the court relied on the father's oral testimony and a school register that was tendered in by the head teacher. This indicated that she was approximately 15 years old in 2013, and thus all around 17 years old at the time of the offense. The court was satisfied that she was under the 18, found this element proven beyond reasonable doubt. From there, we're going to cross to our issue number two, whether the sexual act was performed on the victim. Here, the prosecution lacked direct testimony from the victim and had no medical report. However, the girl's pregnancy and subsequent childbirth, combined with the testimonies of her parents, relatives, and a police officer, were accepted as strong circumstantial evidence. But the sexual act, evidence that the sexual act had occurred, The court emphasized that the pregnancy, indicative of vaginal penetration, thereby satisfying the legal requirement for a sexual act. From there, we are going to cross our issue number 3. That was whether the accused was a person of authority over the victim. Our issue number 3, the court adopted a mischief-based interpretation of a person in authority. Even though the accused had been transferred from the school at the time of the alleged offense, the judge held that the teacher-pupil relationship extends until the child reaches 18 years of age. As such, the accused remained in position of authority over the victim. From there, I'll go to our final issue, that was whether the accused is the one who committed the sexual act. So under this issue, the accused denied knowing the girl. However, her constant identification of him to her parents, the police, and others, and the fact that he revealed her hideout to the police supported the inference that he was the perpetrator. While his confession was admissible under evidentiary rules, the discovery of the girl as a result that confession was admissible under Section 29 of the Evidence Act. These facts were taken together, were deemed sufficient circumstantial evidence to attribute guilt to the accused. So, finally, we are going to cross to the conclusion of this case. The High Court of Uganda found that all essential ingredients of the offense of the aggravated defilement had been proven beyond reasonable doubt. The accused was thus convicted, and during sentencing, the court considered several aggravating and mitigating factors. The starting point was a 15-year sentence based on sentencing guidelines and similar case precedents. However, the court reduced this to 11 years due to the mitigating factors such as the accused being a first offender, his expression of remorse, his young family, and the period already spent on remand. Finally, after deducting 1 year and 1 month for time served on remand, the accused was sentenced to 9 years and 11 months imprisonment. So finally, the case presentation ends here. But finally, I would like to give a brief conclusion. So this case in Ugandan law, it demonstrates how Ugandan courts use circumstantial evidence and statutory interpretation to deliver justice in a complex sexual offense cases. It also highlights that the court's duty to protect children, especially in situations where there exists power imbalance between the offender and the victim. The application of the fidel relationship doctrine and the extension of authority even after a teacher's formal transfer reflects the judiciary's progressive stance in protecting child rights under the law. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening.